What's up YouTube fragrance family and friends, Tommy with Studio Sins here with another video review. I had plans to do something just a little bit different today, talk about 7 fragrances, but we're gonna scoot that up for tomorrow because something came in the mail that I'm really excited to show you guys, talk about, and share my first impression, unboxing and first impression with you guys. What we're gonna talk about today is a brand new 2021 release by the house of Yves Saint Laurent, La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Électrique. So when we come back, we're gonna take a closer look at this new release, see if it's gonna be an interesting, intense version of the La Nuit de l'Homme DNA and scent profile, if it's gonna be a new summer banger release or something to sideline. That and more, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone. So today we're going to take a closer look at a brand new 2021 release from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, better known as YSL in the fragrance community, just because it's a lot easier to say. YSL has brought us some many iconic fragrances, really good, solid performing fragrances from really good lines that haven't deviated very much from the original fragrance formula. And La Nuit de l'Homme is one of those. It started out as kind of a slow burn in the fragrance industry, and just like Vin Diesel in Pitch Black, it became a cult classic. La Nuit de l'Homme is a cult staple for men for their date night fragrances. So we're gonna take a closer look at a La Nuit de l'Homme release flanker. Let's take a closer look at that presentation. You guys might remember La Nuit de l'Homme originally came out in 2009, then a year later they had a Le Parfum version in 2010. Then there was a La Nuit de l'Homme Frozen Cologne, there was a L'Intense version. Years later in 2019 there came the La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum, the official Eau de Parfum version was released. 2017 saw the release of La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Électrique. So I'm very curious today to take a look at the Bleu Électrique 2021 release of La Nuit de l'Homme. The box itself is a flat matte black. You've got a shiny black that is in the shape of the lid with the YSL logo. Underneath you have in silver La Nuit de l'Homme Yves Saint Laurent, and in blue there's like a little blue box with silver, I guess black or gray writing, Bleu Électrique. This is the 2.0 fluid ounce or 60 ml size. There's also a 100 ml size. This was actually gotten from Macy's. They only had the one size at the time, and there was like a back order. So if you go to order, you notice that there's a back order, that's probably why. The very top of the box also has the shape of the lid with the YSL logo on it. The back of the box has the ingredients information along with the barcode, the stickers, and the bottom you've got some additional stickers along with the batch code. On one side of the box you've got YSL Beauty, which is their official website. And that's pretty much it for the box. The bottle itself is the typical La Nuit de l'Homme bottle of the YSL line of fragrances. The lid itself sticks out beyond the actual bottle, so it's much larger than the actual bottle is. That's the way that they've always looked, and they look pretty good sitting on the shelf, so they're not ugly or anything. I just feel like it's kind of an awkward combination of a nice round bottle, and then you've got this 6-sided lid that is bigger than the bottle sitting on top. So the bottle itself is clear, the fragrance itself is blue, a really nice electric blue or electrique blue. You've got in white lettering La Nuit de l'Homme Yves Saint Laurent Bleu Électrique across the front. And that's pretty much it for the bottle. Of course, you've got a nice sticker on the bottom with your batch code and additional information as well. Bleu Électrique was created by Dominique Ropion, who has created some amazing fragrances. Let's hope this is one of them. Let's talk a little bit about the note breakdown. Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Électrique features top notes of bergamot, cardamom, and ginger, with heart notes of French lavender,
and geranium, resting on a base of vetiver and cedar wood.
So the basic trifecta, which is cardamom, bergamot, and ginger, is found in a tremendous amount of modern men's fragrances, so that's not kind of an exciting opening, really. If it's well done, then it can be nice, it can be presentable, it can be something that captures our attention, but will it capture our imagination enough for us to want to know more about the fragrance and to get more of it? Well, then we get into that heart. In the heart, we have the exciting trio of French lavender and geranium. Lavender and geranium, there again, those are some very basic floral notes, so not something really super new and exciting. And then we get into the final, the base that binds everything together and kind of huddles all the notes together and creates the final outcome, which is your basic vetiver and basic cedar wood as your wood. So everything about this fragrance screams basic. And don't we have too many basic fragrances out there? We really do. Before I go ahead and judge a fragrance by its formula, by the notes that are in it, let's check it out, because I've judged fragrances before based on what's in them, and I've been very surprised at the results, because of course you can mix notes to smell pretty much how you want to if you're a good perfumer, and Dominique Ropillon is an amazing one. So let's go ahead and try out that juice. Take the lid off. The atomizer is black with a white reticule or aperture, so that makes it super easy to see, which I always like. It's kind of a bonus. And it's easy to hold in the hand. And that's one reason I like 60 ml bottles. The 100 ml bottles are the same. They're very easy to hold, but this one you can kind of encompass. Some fragrances spray very narrow and they spray super long. This one sprays very short and wide. So you can cover more skin, but you want to do it fairly close to that area. So, all right, so here's for not judging a fragrance by the formula. Right away, I'm really happy to see that there is something that fits the name of the fragrance. You know, you've got Bleu, Électrique, you think of something like maybe juniper berry or ozonic notes, which neither of them are in this fragrance, but you think in terms of something that's going to be kind of sharp, something that's going to be a little bit bracing and maybe electric, you know, like which ozone is kind of electrical smelling and feeling and has that sense about it. So what they've done is they went heavy on the geranium and light on the lavender. So this allows for that kind of a blue sensation. So pretty heavy on the cardamom, pretty heavy on the geranium, a little bit lighter on the lavender. Cardamom has kind of a nutty sweetness about it. A nice bit of ginger to give this fragrance body. Ginger, of course, is what adds volume and character and weight and density to a fragrance, and that's what it's giving to this. Immediately, I do like that blue, weighty kind of blue smell. Owing to the lavender, definitely carrying a pretty decent heavy ode to the original character of La Nuit de l'Homme, so it's part of this DNA. It's built right into it, which is also nice to see. So right off the bat, there are two very good things about this fragrance. It's definitely a blue fragrance, and it definitely carries that La Nuit de l'Homme nice, creamy, almost slightly almond flavor and profile. When I like a fragrance, so I do like that about it. And I can tell that I'm going to like, I don't sit too long on the litmus strip and try it out on skin. We're gonna let that dry down on skin. I'm gonna give you a decent idea of where I think this is going and where I think it's gonna settle, and then we'll go from there. So there's a good bit of ginger. Ginger is one of those fragrant notes that you don't know you're smelling it until you're absolutely surrounded by it. And then it's got a really nice bite to it. It's got a nice, like, meaty bite. And that's what gives the character and the volume to the note in fragrance. And this has a good bit of ginger. That mix of ginger, geranium, and lavender is a really nice trio. You just need just a little bit of bergamot as an intro. You've got some cardamom that's giving it the sweetness there, similar to like tonka. Adds to the body, adds to the overall depth of the fragrance. One thing about Yves Saint Laurent fragrances is they are really high quality, and they are a little bit more in terms of cost, but you pay for the quality, and it's just really good quality fragrance. Bleu Électrique is a very quality addition to the La Nuit de l'Homme family. I can tell you right now, I automatically like it a lot more than Eau Électrique. It actually carries the original DNA a lot further, and it's a lot easier to tell that this is part of that family line of fragrances, the La Nuit de l'Homme fragrance. Now, it could perhaps just be me, but when it comes to the use of this fragrance, I feel like it's more on the casual side. This to me does not seem like a dressed up or refined fragrance that's trying to make a statement. To me, the statement that this is making is that I'm easygoing, I'm laid back, I'm fresh, I'm clean, and I'm a little bit mysterious. There's a little bit of mystery built into, I think, the original La Nuit de l'Homme, and they keep that mystery encapsulated by the same, formula that creates this fragrance. So that mystery is kept intact. You can actually use this, I think, in a date night scenario. Be fine for that. No, it's not a gourmand fragrance, but it does have a really nice body to it that is not like your basic shower gel blue generic or derivative fragrance out there. This is unique to its own in terms of the La Nuit de l'Homme family, and again, it carries that really nice kind of semi-sexy date night approach to a fragrance that is a fresh and appealing and a magnetic kind of a masculine allure, which is what we want in our date night fragrances, without being like gourmand or super sweet. It's got the earmarks of a signature scent, something that can be worn in all situations, in all seasons. Of course, this is going to be best utilized in a spring and summer, the season that it was released in. You can definitely wear it, dressed up if you want to, but I don't think there's really a home for suit and tie for Bleu Électrique. I think it's more of a casual, maybe not necessarily t-shirt and jeans, but a little bit more casual scenario. Now, the thing about YSL fragrances is they don't drop tremendously in price. This is, of course, a brand new release. You might want to wait until it is released at discounters before you go grab it up. But if you are interested, you might want to check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below for Macy's if you're wanting to pick it up. And if you want to try it out before you go all in for the 100 ml bottle, I recommend the 60 ml bottle. It's still a good amount of juice, and if you don't necessarily like it, which I don't know why you wouldn't like it, you can always give it as a gift. Don't judge this one by the color of its predecessor. This is a very nice lavender, geranium, ginger kind of trifecta fragrance, with those three notes being the primary focus of this. But then you've got that nice, dry, elegant vetiver and woody cedar in the base to round everything out, smooth it out, and make it a fantastic blend. And as soon as you smell this, you know it's a YSL fragrance because it just has the earmarks of the quality of that company. And of course, the OG of La Nuit de l'Homme is built right into the fragrance. That DNA is there still, which is a really nice nod to the original 2009 release. I can honestly say there are very few fragrances that I find the dry down, the lavender and the geranium combination in the dry down is super pleasant in this fragrance. It softens into something in that dry down that is extremely masculine and, best of all, extremely wearable. Tremendously versatile. There's not really a situation or scenario that I can imagine that this wouldn't be very usable in and for. Well guys, that's a wrap on my unboxing and first impressions of YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Électrique. If you already own and have tried this fragrance, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out today's unboxing and first impressions, and as always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.